Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the FIGZ podcast. In today's guest, we have C Wrestling. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Not too bad, thanks. And yeah, the first thing I just want to get straight into is your channel. You've grown so much the last month or two. It's unreal. So
It has been a crazy couple of months.
yeah, you need to keep her up. But I remember you were like on 2K, and next thing you're on is like 18.
I know. It just blew up. The Funhouse
Yeah.
helped a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, but you need to keep that up. But yeah, it's unreal how much it's went up in the short amount of time.
I think changing up the content helped quite a lot.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
Moving away from the figures and stuff like that and talking about the actual product is something that I've wanted to do,
Yeah,
wasn't
that's what you gotta
confident to do. And then I actually just took the leap and did it, and it's been successful so far. So
Yeah, but that's what you wanted to do then, obviously. I was actually gonna go into the wrestling figures, saying, are you plan on doing any more videos with them, like reviews or anything like that, like you used to, or just
I keep planning to do something on Instagram.
yeah, okay.
Because I'm sure you follow my Twitter, you see that I still buy all the figures I used to buy all the time, and I still have stupid displays around the house. But it's
Yeah,
more, you know what it's like as a UK collector. It's
yeah,
really, really difficult. And then when you try and put that through to YouTube as well, you can do a
Mhm.
figure review that someone did 3 months ago.
I know. So
It,
the only way is ordering from ringside to have any chance.
yeah, that is it. Yeah, and it is very expensive.
And if you wait for Smiths, by the time you've done it, people's already done it, and it's not going to get views and nothing.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
that's exactly it. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't blame you in that way, and it's not even like the UK is too reliable of late, to be
Well,
honest.
no. How many figures do we just not get over here? It's
I know. The
ludicrous
exclusives are
sometimes.
one. Smiths are just stocking like three.
Yeah, and I've got a lot of friends in the US, and some of the times
Yes.
they say, "Oh, but you only miss out on the exclusives." No,
Yeah.
like you could get an entire elite like set of 6, then the chase, then the exclusive, and out of those 8, we'd probably get like 3. So
Yeah. I know
you know,
Toys and Mask is obviously a good source for the UK.
oh yeah, they definitely they usually get the 6. Hopefully the
Yeah.
chases. Again, their prices are more expensive. It costs them more. They buy less wholesale. So,
Yeah. It's not as bad as Wrestling Shop. I
well, that
don't know.
can get very expensive.
Yeah. Is the thing is too, because obviously the UK has been waiting. They sell out so quick on Toys and Masks, so either way.
Yeah.
And then they don't tend to stock them back. So
Well, that's it. Since I think Smiths moved their buying figures from buying like a whole case
yeah,
to individual cases. So like the individual figure would be like fully in the box. So
yeah,
you get like a seller like Will with Toys and Masks, and for example Keith Lee, he buys a case and he gets one per case, whereas
yeah,
Smiths have got them in dozens because they
yeah,
ordered lots. So it's very hard, I think, for the independent sellers to keep up what they're doing,
yeah.
just for those sort of economic reasons, really.
Yeah, I mainly order with ringside most of the time, to be honest now.
I don't blame you. I mean, I think they just got Elite 75.
Yeah, I pre-ordered them. They're like
Yeah.
being shipped already, like the ones I want for now.
I think there's actually only a couple I want from that set.
I've won the Jeff, Pete, and Seth, obviously the most.
See, I love the Jeff Hardy figures. I don't like the head on that Jeff Hardy.
I was just gonna talk about like I personally like the head. I don't know why people don't like it. So I know obviously there's a lot of people who don't like.
I think what it is they've done some really good Jeff heads,
Yeah,
and this one almost looks like he's gained a load of weight and he never had that weight,
yeah,
but only in the head. It's very strange. I don't know.
yeah. I've pre-ordered 2 of the Pete Duns actually.
Oh wow,
So I'm planning
making
on
sure you're not missing out. Yeah,
yeah, it's for sure. Oh, but
I was lucky. I got one the first time round. So
oh yeah, I've got that one too. But
strange story.
oh, the
I'm sure you
paper.
won't mind me saying, but
No,
Will contacted me a couple of days, the owner of Toys and Masks, a
yeah,
couple of days before he actually got Pete done.
yeah,
And he said, "Dude, do you want to pre-order?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." So I sent him the money via PayPal. It was only like £20. and he expected to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. So he didn't ever think it would be an issue. And then when they arrived, he got less than.
Yeah.
I think he got about 12. So he wasn't very happy. And I said to him, if you're going to refund me, just refund me.
Yeah.
And he said, no, man, I gave you the pre-order option. And he sent me the Pete Dunne for £20. I nearly collapsed.
I think I paid like, for input fees and shipping off eBay, I think I paid like 70.
I know, it's crazy. That's the thing. I think US collectors just don't understand. Like, they see us moaning about Smith's selection, and it's like, yeah, there's loads of figures there. It's brilliant. But it's all the same figures.
And they're all moaning about their retails are bad in America, and I don't understand why. If you've got ringside and the prices are like that, why would you want them in retail anyway?
That's a good point, yeah.
They say, Smith's retail's way better. It's like, I'd rather have ringside in the UK than they be retail.
Yeah.
So stupid. Like, the Roderick Strong, I think I bought it from the UK, like £30, and it's like, because they got so rare and sold out so quick, then people resell them.
Do you know, I didn't expect that to go the way it did.
Now ringside, they're back on there for like, what, $27, and if you're making a big order, it's really not bigger than it. But it did go. Yeah, it sold out so quick.
And of course, when you do order from ringside, you got the import fees as well. That's always handy.
Yeah, so annoying. You know, I don't know. I say sometimes you get one figure, you can get a letter off, but sometimes you will get custom fees.
I know, it just gets so expensive. Strangely, I've ordered a couple of times recently from WWE Shop.
No, I think I ordered maybe like once or twice, Elite 64. So they had like a good deal on.
Yeah, well, lately I've just not been custom feed from them, even though all the documentation's on the thing correctly, and it's $60-$70, not a penny.
Speaking of a weird thing on WWE Shop, like I know, do you know like the Fiend box and like the Funhouse one, the limited edition ones?
Yeah, the only one I've actually bought is the more recent one, the Rambling Rabbit box.
Yeah.
Mainly because the other ones didn't ship to the UK.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Their American website, if you order stuff off it, will ship to UK. For some reason, them boxes wouldn't, and I was so mad.
I think it's because they go through a third party.
I was prepared to pay everything. It's just they're so stupid. And then
I know the more recent one, they made it available to the UK. But the shipping on that was still expensive.
Yeah.
I think it was like $20 shipping. But there was no import fee, so.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, that's definitely good. I don't know. Do you keep up with like the wrestling community? Well, I don't know if it's more. Is there a community on Twitter? Because I know you're on Twitter a lot.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I'd say it definitely is. I think there's around my Twitter especially at the moment. I think there's a couple of different communities I'm involved with. Mainly like Funhouse fans.
Instagram's mainly figures, I would say. That's what it is.
Yeah. I do you know what? I'm really bad at using Instagram. Yeah. I really should use Instagram more. If you actually look at my Instagram, it's just me advertising videos.
That's literally me with Twitter, to be honest.
Yeah. See, I'm the other way around. I prefer Twitter. I like Twitter a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah. But yeah, I only use Twitter to advertise my videos when they go up to. Yeah, complete different. But what's your thoughts on the communities on like, well, your Twitter year ones? Like, do you reckon it's good, or is there a lot of hate? Or
I actually love it. I think, especially like I had obviously a lot of followers from the Funhouse and things like that. Yeah. And the problem with the Funhouse stuff is a lot of it's based on theory, and you're never going to please everyone. Sometimes you'll get people go, this is brilliant, I love this idea, and some people will say, oh no, that idea is awful. So you do get a bit of a mixed response, but generally the same people that will still watch your next video and they'll still like your next tweet, and constructive criticism, completely fine with that. The Liv Morgan sort of community that's going on, and there is a lot of people who love Liv Morgan, and I've always liked Liv, but since she went away and sort of redeveloped herself a bit more, absolutely fell in love with the idea of her being a bigger character than what she could be.
Yeah.
and meeting all these people and talking to these people is just insane. And they're really, really class people. So
I think they botched the Liv Morgan thing up personally, but that could have been so good.
I think there's still more to come.
Hopefully.
I've got to be optimistic.
Yeah. Yeah, like the whole Funhouse, like they would have worked so good.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And then when they brought it back to that, I was like, really?
Do you know what makes me laugh the most?
Well,
obviously, I do YouTube. I make videos, and I made loads of videos about Liv possibly being Abby the Witch and things like that. And people love the idea.
Yeah.
Other people then say, "Oh, I don't like the idea," and things like that. But majority like the idea. And then you have a few other YouTubers who say, "Oh no, we can't do that. That's not going to happen. That's awful." And then everyone else goes, "Oh, that's awful." And then, do you remember when that hoax thing came out with the fake dress? The person, has sent. She was apparently a WWE designer.
Yeah.
And she sent out a tweet saying, "Here's the dress, and this is what Liv Morgan's going to wear as Abby the Witch." And that was it. All of these YouTubers and everyone who hated the idea jumped on the bandwagon, and oh yes, Liv's going to play, and the world went crazy.
Yeah, people hated the Funhouse at first.
Yeah,
like even me to be
exactly.
Honest, was like, what's this? And then
yeah, I was actually looking through one of my old videos the weekend.
Yeah.
And it's from probably week 2 or 3 of the Funhouse, and the amount of hate on that video saying, "Oh, they're ruining Bray Wyatt."
Yeah.
And it's like I really felt like replying to some of them saying, "Do you still think so?" Because he's now the biggest thing in the company.
Yeah.
So it's very weird.
Yeah, very. The Liv Morgan, it would, hopefully somehow it'd be good if he was with the Funhouse.
Well, I'll be. You know what? I was quite surprised that since she's returned, I've not mentioned anything to do with her / Bray, because even though it's what I want, it's very unlikely to happen at this point. But the amount of people yesterday that commented on my video talking about her first match back, that was saying, "Oh my god, doesn't her attire look like the Fiend's?"
Yeah, wasn't it like Harley Quinn inspired?
Yeah, I think it was more Harley Quinn style, but the amount of people that would just open up and go, "Do you know what? This could happen. This attire could be." Like, there is a few things that could reference the Funhouse.
Yeah.
But I think she's done that specifically knowing those rumours were there, to maybe hopefully keep those rumours active.
Yeah, if I was WWE and all these rumours and like everyone was so excited for it, they should have just done it.
Yeah.
It was they would have been obviously so much success. Like
apparently though, they wasn't meant to bring her back when they brought her back.
Yeah.
Apparently it was a very last minute decision from Paul Heyman to actually have Liv turn up to crash the wedding. So you hope that there is something long term, but the fact they brought her back like that, it really does make me worry.
Yeah, same. I do. Thoughts on WWE / NXT / AEW at the moment?
What, like overall on the product?
I don't know, like WWE. What's your thoughts on that? Like NXT, AEW. Do you like the product and things like that?
NXT, I'm really loving at the moment. I think they've really. Yeah. I think at the moment it's a shame that they're losing the ratings so much.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't want like one to win, one to lose. I'd be happy if each week they just kept flip flopping backwards and forwards. NXT, I'm loving. AEW, I'd say I'm loving a little bit more.
Fair enough.
I didn't expect to be saying that. I didn't really like AEW much at the start.
Yeah.
But since probably just before like Christmas.
Yeah.
I think it's been really good. Yeah. The whole Moxley Jericho stuff's been perfect.
Yeah, I've been invested in that quite a lot too. But yeah,
although I've got to admit, I didn't really like last week. The whole Bash at the Beach thing. Why was it even called Bash at the Beach? It had
Bash at the Beach in general.
Yeah, but it wasn't even anything referenced. Like, they had a woman on a lifeguard's chair. That was it.
Ain't it? Are we having Pat versus Moxley this week? Was there?
Yeah, I think that's on the cruise, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I forgot about it.
That would be interesting. Live from the cruise.
Yeah, that's actually gonna be so good. WWE is just, I don't know where to start.
Do you know? I know a lot of people say that it's bad, and
Yeah,
I'm sure you're
yeah,
got bits you hate and everything. I don't think it's actually as bad as what people think it is.
yeah,
Generally, at the moment, I think you've got the Liv Morgan stuff going on. Whether you like it, don't
yeah,
like it, think they've ruined her or not, you're still going to watch next week to
yeah.
find out.
Yeah, I said the exact same.
Yeah. Bray Wyatt and the Fiend stuff is brilliant at the minute.
Yeah,
Daniel Bryan, what he does next will be interesting. I love what they're doing with Seth and Buddy and the AOP. I
yeah.
absolutely love that at the minute. The only thing I wish they'd do more is push Aleister Black.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like he would be. We'll go into that a bit later on actually with the Rumble.
Okay.
But yeah,
I'll just
Aleister Black.
make a point actually that we started this podcast and I actually have no idea what you're planning to talk about, which is really fun. So
Yeah,
I just wanted to make that point that people might think, oh, we've been sat here for 2 hours talking. Generally, we've jumped on Skype, you tested it works, and then that's
straight
it.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good thing. But yeah, the whole Rollins thing, and I don't know. I'm not like I don't know how I feel about it. I just don't really care if I'm honest. I'm still gonna watch it though.
That's the thing. I think people do care. I just think people don't like to admit they care. Generally,
Yeah. Like
like,
people that say, oh, they hate their WWE. It's like you're still gonna watch every week.
yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I know. Trying to think. Hopefully, I've heard rumors that NXT people ain't gonna be in the Rumble, which is stupid.
Yeah, I don't know why they've decided to do that because
I just can't see it being true. But I don't know. It might be.
I think we'll get a couple.
We have to get Matt Riddle #2.
Yeah,
That'd be so.
unfortunately, I think it's going to be Cain Velasquez.
Yeah. Yeah, Cain Velasquez will probably obviously eliminate Brock.
Yeah, hopefully eliminates himself at the same time.
Yeah, we're getting to the Rumble now. We're on to the topic. Who do you think's gonna win?
Unfortunately, I'm going to go with Roman.
Yeah, and he's gonna bury the Fiend at Mania.
Oh no, I know. Do you know what? I don't want it to happen, of course, but
Yeah, same.
I like the idea that maybe after the Fiend loses, something happens. Like, who says he doesn't snap and become even more dangerous?
Yeah.
If we discover his weakness is removing the gloves,
No, we know
what
how to beat
happens?
the Fiend. Get rid of the
Yeah.
red lights.
But what happens if he then, gets rid of the red lights himself and takes away that weakness?
Yeah.
He could snap and become even more dangerous. There's possibilities they could do.
I
I'm
think-
just scared that it's WWE.
I don't know. I think I enjoyed the Funhouse of Bray more. I think when he was on the pay-per-view. Don't know why. Did like that. When he fought the Miz, I think. Yeah, it was the Miz, wasn't it? TLC.
Yeah.
Don't know. I did really like that. I can't wait to see that title like at the Rumble, the Fiend one.
Oh yeah, because it's strange they brought that out, but we haven't actually really seen it.
Yeah, I don't think we saw it once, apart from like
Yeah.
obviously on that screen. But that's gonna be interesting. Well, if I could pick to win the Rumble, I'd pick Aleister Black, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. To be fair, I think I would as well.
That'd be Aleister Black versus the Fiend at Mania. That would just be.
I miss the days where someone you completely didn't expect could win the Rumble. Like,
Yeah.
why? I know it sounds completely out there, and people go, "That would be a waste of a Rumble," but you could return like someone like Curtis Axel and just chuck him in number like 17 or something, and have him win the thing. Like, you instantly make someone a megastar because he's headlining WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He's going to get the TV time. He's going to be in the next big match. He's going to, people will then start to maybe get behind him as long as you make him babyface. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why it's got to always be Roman or Seth. It's always the same few people, and it's very boring.
It's gotta be Roman, Cain Velasquez, or Drew McIntyre. They're the three.
Yeah. And isn't it strange, though, how we talk about pushing people and you talk about who you want to win the Rumble and things like that. And yeah, everyone always says Drew, but he's always the second pick.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've never understood with Drew McIntyre.
Mm. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like he was. No, it was pretty. It was pretty obvious Rollins was going to win last year. Actually,
Yeah, I think it was.
I did feel like Drew could have won last year as well, but I don't know. He could win this. I feel like they're making it. He keeps saying he's going to win the Rumble and stuff. I think anyway, could be one. Like backstage.
What would that be? Drew versus Brock?
Nah, I don't know. I think we gotta get Brock versus Cain Velasquez. As much as I don't.
Yeah, I think it will be. Opening match, 5 minutes. Let Brock go home early.
Yeah, I think rumored people Edge probably going to be in it for sure.
Oh, I hope so. I think the Rumble needs a surprise like that.
Hopefully Cena's in it. But,
well, wasn't last year the first year that Cena actually didn't have a WWE match?
I'm not even sure.
I think it might have been.
And I would pop so much if Jeff were to.
Oh yeah, I actually heard something about him today. I read something on Twitter earlier. His court date is actually the day after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So everyone's assuming that it's very unlikely WWE will return him before his court date. So it doesn't look likely.
And I know this is the rumor every year, CM Punk, but this is like the most likely year it's going to be.
I know. I don't see it happening.
I don't see it either.
I think, you know, I'm very surprised that, I know obviously he works for Fox, but obviously Fox wants to promote backstage and everything. I'm very surprised they haven't made him go to the WWE show and do some kind of like backstage vignette or something.
Yeah.
Like, just imagine that moment of like, oh my God, CM Punk's just arrived.
Yeah.
Everyone would be going crazy.
Yeah. I think as well, Rumble, Kevin Owens may be another realistic pick. I don't know.
Yeah, possible. Although I can see his feud with Seth and that going on till Mania.
Yeah, for sure. Joe.
I completely feel really bad for the Viking Raiders last night. They come down, they got involved in something that had nothing to do with them.
Matt Hardy got buried.
They ended up losing their tag belts.
Stupid.
Very strange.
Matt Hardy's just randomly on these random episodes.
Oh, I feel so bad for Matt.
Rowing, that could be interesting with the whole cage thing.
Yeah.
But who knows?
I got no idea with that one. I've done a few videos on that talking about that actually. And some of the things that people think are in there is mad. Like it ranges from a rat to, and I don't know why, but for those videos that are so niche, I seem to get like a lot of fun from those videos.
Yeah.
Like for example, if you go through the first one I did talking about Rowan's cage, I said there could be a rat in it, and literally instead of just putting a picture with a rat on it, I made sure I found a picture of a rat with giant testicles. Just because, why not? That's like more scary, isn't it? You know.
We got the Rumble as well. We got some random. Well, I say random, but they're not random. But we got like Roman versus Corbin, which is like.
Oh, how long is that going to go on?
So we had that feud like a few months ago. Anyway.
Yeah.
A pay-per-view. Then we got Sheamus versus Shorty G.
Oh, well, I don't know how that made it on pay-per-view. Yet the Andrade Rey Mysterio ladder match didn't.
Braun and Nakamura just chucked into the Rumble, but I can see that being a Mania match anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise I don't know where Braun's going. I don't know why we're building towards AJ versus Orton again at Mania.
Do you know what? I think so.
And I really don't know why. Like, why is the need?
I think because they like to springboard into the RKO. I genuinely think that's what it is.
So, I don't know. I wish we'd seen better. Because I saw someone better. Even.
I think the problem with someone like Orton is he's done it all.
Yeah.
So you kind of think, okay, what do you want Orton to do next? Who do you want him to feud with?
Yeah.
You know, unless it's someone that's brand new.
Yeah.
All his feuds have been done.
I know. Especially with last year's Mania match. And just literally repeating it again.
Yeah.
John Morrison's first match back is in against Big E.
I don't know what they're doing with Morrison. They should have waited till the Rumble.
Yeah, everyone's saying I don't know what it was.
the thing is, I know a lot of people say, oh, it's because he's signed a contract and he's actually there now as a wrestler. It's like, so what?
I know they shouldn't have even announced that he signed or nothing.
Yeah, like they actually, there was rumors about it. They died down, and people were just like, oh, okay, maybe it was just gossip.
Yeah.
And then, was it Backstage?
Yeah, I think so.
Backstage, it was a Ryan Satin sheet thing they did. And he sort of popped up and went, oh, yeah, John Morrison has signed. And then next week he was on the bump. What?
No.
Like I watched that. He actually sat there and said, I did envision that my first, time back in WWE would not be on the bump. He didn't look happy to be on the bump at all. And you sit there and you think, what have they done?
I don't blame him.
Fair enough if it's someone maybe like Stone Cold or someone you want to get a lot of hype for.
I've actually heard rumors Stone Cold might be in the Rumble.
I think every year. It's like, I know a lot of people are saying Hogan could be in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't mean it nasty. That man's had more surgeries and replacements than anyone I know. What? You can't. No one can throw him over the top rope.
I think it makes a bit more sense this year with Stone Cold, because obviously Kevin Owens the whole gimmick, and they could have a match at Mania maybe.
Yeah. I think it's more interesting with the Saudi Arabia show in February though, because they sort of do treat them like some kind of Mania show. And I hope that this year they kind of build to that show first and then build to Mania, because otherwise we're going to get all the matches set up at the Rumble in Saudi and then again at WrestleMania.
No, I really hope they just don't repeat it.
Yeah, I hope so, because it's going to make Mania feel really weak.
Yeah, and especially that weekend anyway is NXT TakeOver, I think, so that's just going to...
Yeah, it'll overshadow it.
They have no chance. We're probably going to get like a New Japan show and everything as well.
Oh yeah, bound to. That's the weekend that Impact Wrestling goes back to being TNA for one night only.
No idea. I don't keep up with TNA.
Oh, I've loved TNA lately.
Well,
Impact
the only reason I've heard about it is because of the whole Tesla thing.
Oh yeah. The racism / bullying accusation.
It's still no. Is there any proof still yet about
that? I don't even know. All I've seen, I've not kept up with the story lately. After she won the Impact World title, I kind of just gave up with the story a lot. I know there was the accusations of racism and bullying, and it was Allysin Kay from NWA, formerly Sienna, in Impact, who came forward and said that this happened. And apparently the person who was the victim did give a statement saying that it did happen, but then she said, but whatever happened between us, we actually sorted it out privately and this matter was resolved. And then it still continued, and I know Allysin Kay, Tessa said, I'm innocent, I didn't say that word, I didn't say this or that. And then Allysin Kay said again that there should be another 2 witnesses coming forward, but they haven't come forward. So I don't know. I just think we'll never know the truth. If she said it, more for her.
Yeah. A lot of people, and I know, is quick enough to jump on it and throw her under the bus. But...
Oh, do you know, I hate that culture. I completely understand why, because something like that should not be acceptable.
At least wait until there's proof.
Yeah, like, I see a lot of people complaining about the bullying and things like that. Now, I don't agree with bullying.
Obviously.
But if you're going to say the bullying needs to get a sack, half of the WWE locker room wouldn't be there.
I know.
Like, you remember the stories of, like, Miz being made to change in the corridor. He couldn't use the locker room. Like, that's bullying. Like, you can't do one rule for the people you like and then one rule for the people you don't like.
Yeah, for sure.
So, although it's serious, I don't think it needs her to be fired.
No.
But racism 100% does. But if there's no proof, how do you get around that?
I know, literally. What's it called? I don't know if you keep up or any interest in UFC.
Occasionally.
I'm taking you probably saw the McGregor.
Yes, I did. 40 seconds.
What an epic 30 seconds.
Yeah. And to think people doubted him.
I know.
I don't like him. I think he's a horrible bloke. But
yeah, fair enough.
40 seconds. You knew he was going to go in and make a statement. That's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I just needed to bring that up. I was glad, obviously. I do like McGregor. I know, obviously, mixed feelings on everything. But
that's it.
He's like
at the same time, he, did his punishment, and everyone does deserve a second chance, I suppose. So.
Yeah, he's been a bit more better recently. But yeah, I think we covered most topics now. I think is anything else. I'll ask you now. Favorite wrestler? Well, probably a bit stupid. It's probably the Fiend, innit? Know how much you like him?
Yeah, I'd say at the moment it's the Fiend. If I have to talk all the time, it'd probably be Macho Man or maybe Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, sure. Mine's probably still Pete at the moment. Keith Lee's slowly getting his way up into my top 3.
Keith Lee's brilliant.
Yeah.
I just fear that when he goes onto the main roster,
downhill,
they are just going to ruin him.
Yeah.
I really just have that feeling that he's just going to, I don't know. I really don't know what they're going to do, but...
He'll be on main event, like Cedric.
Yeah.
And Ricochet was on main event, I think, not long ago.
Oh, what was that they did last night with Ricochet?
Oh, yeah.
Why did Ricochet go out there?
I know.
Baffles me.
Oh my god, that was just so stupid.
And you know what annoyed me more? Go back last week, the week that R-Truth interrupted Brock.
Oh,
now, they stood in the ring, Brock and Paul, and they said that no one in the back deserves to challenge them, etc., etc. Why didn't anyone come out then? Like, surely someone should have come out and said, "Oh yeah, I want to face you, Brock." Get that match for the Rumble rather than allow him to enter the Rumble. I hate things that make no sense.
Big Show comes back.
Yeah.
Big Show versus. I thought. Did Kane announce he's not Kane Velasquez? The other Kane in the Rumble.
No, he didn't announce, but there is actually rumors he's going to be in it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Kane being in the Rumble.
Yeah, same. Trying to think who's all the matches. I think we got Becky versus Asuka. We got a few pointless matches which we covered. The women's Rumble. Who do you think's gonna win now? Or not too bothered? Or?
I'd like Liv to actually win it.
Yeah.
Because I want her character to be something bigger than what it currently is.
I have no idea. I don't know who they're gonna do.
If not Liv, I want someone like maybe Paige. I know it's like what, but there was rumors that maybe she could be back for the Rumble. I did see her on Good Morning Britain, and she did say that she has the neck of a 60-year-old. So I don't think it's likely, but
I would like to see
stranger things have happened.
Ronda and Shayna Baszler, isn't it? And somehow we get that at Mania.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think Shayna will be the person to win.
It's either that. I feel like for Mania Women's Division, I'm going to be there or the first women versus. They're the only two I can think of.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that this year.
It's either that or Shayna versus Ronda, the only two things I can think of. I don't know. But it's most likely the whole Thor versus Thor.
Yeah, it's possible.
Which I'll be down for. But very interesting.
Have they actually got 30 women?
I can't even.
I was just thinking that.
I don't even know who's been announced. Yeah. I feel like they haven't built it at all.
Yeah, not compared to the men's, they haven't at all. No. Do you know what I've really hated this year?
What?
Men's and the women's. People are just walking up going, "I'm declaring myself in the Royal Rumble."
Yeah, that's
like okay, brilliant. So why is Tyler Breeze not going to be in the men's Royal Rumble? Because surely he could have taken Roman Reigns' spot because he could have declared a week before him.
I was actually watching the 2016 Rumble. It was on YouTube, and then they like Mark Henry and Swagger, like it was like a tag match on the night to get spots in the Rumble. Things like that.
It does. It for the couple of weeks before the Rumble, at least it gives you a reason to watch Raw and SmackDown. Like the matches mean something.
But you don't have to watch Raw and SmackDown. You just go on Instagram or Twitter, and then they'll just say they're going to be in there. And
Yeah.
that's all you need.
Yeah.
It is so stupid. They should have did like matches, obviously like fatal throwaways, things like that, and just built some people up.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree.
But yeah, no.
The thing is, even if you use someone like a Bo Dallas or a Curtis Axel or even a Heath Slater to take a loss, at least we're seeing like Aleister Black get a decent win.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no harm in that.
Yeah. I don't know, like Raw was not a good build. For the last Raw go home show for the Rumble was not good.
No, I've got to agree.
Like even if Drew McIntyre like made a statement or done something, he's like, oh, I'm gonna win. Like it was nothing. It was literally nothing.
I don't know. Did you watch the entirety of Raw?
No, I just watched the clips normally on YouTube. To be honest,
there was 6 times last night throughout Raw where they sat there and someone threw someone over the top rope and they went, if that happens Sunday, yeah, all right, we get it. Like you don't do that any other time of the year. So you don't need to like. Why is everyone now throwing each other over the top rope?
Yeah, hopefully SmackDown is a bit better.
I hope so.
Yeah, it should be. Well, what's the match stipulation for the Rumble? Bryan and the Fiend. Can't remember.
A strap match.
I've never seen one of them, so it's gonna be interesting.
Have you not?
I don't think so. When was the last?
It's like a massive leather belt or leather strap that would be strapped around their wrists.
No.
So they'll be in each other's corners. So there's enough space they can get away from each other, but obviously they can't run away.
Yeah.
I think it would be a very brutal match.
I don't even know why that's a thing, because Daniel Bryan or the Fiend never ran away, really, to begin.
Well, the idea is the Fiend run away from him on SmackDown.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you know what I like the most though? People haven't really tweaked on this one a lot yet, but obviously Kane is a devil's favorite demon.
Yeah.
Fiend means devil.
Yeah.
And I like that because there's kind of an intrigue of could Kane be working with a Fiend?
Like a Kane versus Bryan at Mania.
I think that could work. If you're going to do Roman versus Fiend, you need an opponent for Bryan.
Yeah, sure. Definitely. I think we'll wrap her up here. We covered a lot. But yeah, it was nice having you on.
Cool, dude.
Should get you on. We'll probably get you on down the line again. And yeah, thanks for coming on.
No problem.
And yeah, guys, I think we're going to wrap it here. So thanks for watching. Go check out Cwrestling's channel in the description.
And if you're watching this for the first time, subscribe to FIGZ31. He makes cool figure videos.
Yeah, the figure videos, I've got a few in mind in a series I want to bring back. But at the moment, this is one of my main focuses at the moment. So I really enjoyed doing this because this is the second episode when this goes out. So yeah, got loads more to come.
Awesome.
But yeah, thanks for coming on and bye for now.